Can you comply with my request?
Where's your water department?
Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This would become a legal matter if you choose to go this route.
Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to see that.
Show me the statue.
Sir?
Can you show me the statue?
Sir.
Who are you? Right.
What do you mean, who am I?
Where are you with?
What do you mean? I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me.
I'll be waiting for the statue. Thank you.
I'll be waiting for the book, sir.
Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir.
This is going to become a legal matter.
Today's video takes us to Chicago, Illinois, where we're once again going to listen to GoatBoy babble on a live stream about how he's going to take down Frauditor Troll, Dr. Dave, and even Blackheart Knight, who never did anything to him. The boy's really over the edge, and he's drowning in the abyss of insanity. But that's not going to stop him from ranting and raving, now is it? And guess what? Dr. Dave's going to have a phone call with GoatBoy today. Yeah, June 11th, no doubt about it. Let's all sit back, watch, have a good laugh, and most of all, enjoy GoatBoy.
It's going to have an effect on them in court or out of court. In court or out of court. Yes, Blackheart Knight is I'm not sure if he's actively a government employee as we speak, a teacher. He was a special ed teacher during a long period of time. I still strongly believe he is, right? So you see, God, he tells you to crush the devil. Spiritually, metaphorically, you know, you really don't want to get physical, but at the same time, these people are it's not gonna work out for them for very long. That's just what I'm telling you. It's not gonna work out for them for very long. Because these people, they like to prolong harassment. They like to prolong harassment. They like to keep targeting the same individuals over and over and over and over, right? And think there's no consequences to it. But what happens if that turns around on you?
Well, Georgie boy contacted me multiple times yesterday, bugging me about a conversation. So I said, okay, because I want to hear what the lad has to say. So I said, all right, I'll contact you tomorrow, which is now today, before 3 o'clock. So I look forward to that conversation because he's going to pursue legal action against Dr. Dave and all my cronies, so he says. Stay tuned, good people. That ought to be a good one.
But you folks lie about others. What if the truth pops up on you? And like I said, there's a whole lot of auditors, they feel they don't care. They believe that's just freedom of speech. Right? They enjoy being defamed and lied about. Fuck them. But I take that to the heart, and these people want to sit there and giggle and think it's okay to double down on ethnic descent of people from the Middle East, sexual harassment, dehumanization, you know what I'm saying, Arabic traditions. This is not a game. This is all these people are doing is they're just allowing me to use their what they call crimes against them to try to influence the government to rewrite the anti-Semitism bill.
GoatBoy seems to think that this parody, this meme, whatever you want to call this, is mocking his Middle Eastern heritage. It's a joke. It's a joke. And this is the United States of America. Did you know that we have freedom of speech here? You must know that, GoatBoy. Did you go to school here in America? Or were you born over there, wherever, with your brother that rides the camel all day? Yeah, GoatBoy thinks that's racist when I say that. It's not racist. It's a joke, dude. Yeah, 40 virgin goats when you go to heaven. You're not going to get any of those. Hey, while we're here, let's talk about parody. What is a parody? Oh, it's an imitation of the style of a particular writer, artist, or genre with deliberate exaggeration for comic effect. And GoatBoy, you are a comedy of errors.
To rewrite the anti-Semitism bill, anti-Semitic is not just hatred towards Jewish people. Anti-Semitism should be also hatred towards all Semites. Aramaic, Arabic, that's the real anti-Semitism. So all they're doing, they're a gift and a curse. These trolls are a gift and a curse. They're a gift because they give an opportunity for more professionals and more haters to come and join their side and show hate. So we get to verify and we get to find out who these business people are hiding behind these YouTube accounts that are currently engaging in sexual harassment, dehumanization, defamation, libel, and all that. That's the gift of these people. The curse is that they rile up so many people and build up so many emotions and have people built up with so much anger and hate that now the everyday YouTuber that watches these frauditor troll channels is thinking in the back of their mind, saying, I can't wait until I come across a frauditor so I can go and smack him and steal his phone from him. And I can own that frauditor. I can't wait until I see a frauditor. Oh man, I can't wait until a frauditor walks into my post office.
Once again, GoatBoy has no idea what the hell he's babbling about. Anti-Semitism has to do with Jews. It doesn't have anything to do with you and your upbringing and your heritage. Shut your bloody mouth, GoatBoy.
I'm ready to go hands-on. I know exactly what I'm going to do when I see a frauditor. You know, thank the trolls for that. Keep on building up anger. And then these trolls, what they like to do is they like to contradict themselves. They love to set that when an auditor goes into a government agency, the trolls like to contact the government agency to give them instructions on how to possibly have the video removed from their channel. But what does the troll end up doing? The troll shares the same video and shows the same exact employee. So the troll thinks it's beneficial to have the video removed from the original content creator's channel, but the troll thinks it's okay to have that video up on his channel.
That's right, dipshit, because I wasn't the one out there harassing the person with a camera in their freaking face. You were the one doing that. And I'm just trying to show everybody how stupid you look doing that. And I'm doing a fine job. A better job than you are, that's for sure, GoatBoy. Or should I call you Shady Shade Denial? Which do you prefer?
And don't get me wrong, there is some auditors out there that escalate situations and antagonize. But I do not believe that these auditors are the ones who initially engage, right? I don't believe that these auditors initially engage with these people in the street or these government employees. I believe the auditor initially walks up silently with his camera, which is his right, and some nutcase, somebody with a hot temper from the street, walks up and inserts himself or questions the cameraman. And now the cameraman escalates the situation or antagonizes further, right? Which I never do. But there is some like that. But we have to find out how it all started. How did the seed format? How did it all start? Here is a peaceful man, maybe in a costume, right? Whatever, in a costume or not, maybe with a mask or not. Here comes an individual recording in a public street. The common sense would be, mind your own business first of all, and if you wanted to get involved, don't come aggressive at the cameraman, you know? You have the ability to come in and walk up to the cameraman and, you know, try to talk reasonable or be easygoing when you try to engage this person, because you don't know who that cameraman is. That cameraman could be mentally ill, or he could just be working on a story.
I'm glad you mentioned mental illness, because I believe you're mentally ill, GoatBoy, and you're off your meds, or you need some meds, because I've never seen anyone so butthurt as you. I've got over 8,000 videos on my channels, and you're the only frauditor who cries and whines and bellyaches about everything. Get a life, boy.
You don't know. You can't judge. So if he was mentally ill and you came at him hot and he immediately attacked you with a knife or a pepper spray, how would you feel? Stupid. So mind your own business when you're out in the street. Second of all, if you're walking up to an auditor and you're talking to him nice and trying to find out what his reason is for being out there recording, and now if the auditor starts getting cocky and all that, fine. At least you show yourself as a good citizen, trying to find out what's this guy doing recording in front of a restaurant or a bank. But at the same time, you can try to have sense to say, hey, I think I know where this is going. Instead, 9 times out of 10, the person standing on the street walks up to the cameraman with aggression. So the real story is, these people are manipulators. People like Frauditor, Troll, and how they try to twist the thing. It's so clear. But they're very harmful. They're very harmful, especially from a Canadian handling affairs in the United States and working up the emotions of Americans and the lives of Americans.
A few years ago, I tried to send GoatBoy some of Dr. Day's maximum strength butterheart cream. Guaranteed to work. But he didn't want it, because he didn't want to give out his address. Now that I have his address, I wonder if he needs a tube. I bet he does, the poor little thing.
A government employee could file a privacy strike and have your video removed. But in the long run, that government employee may be in a breach of peace, in a breach of their fiduciary duty. Because when it comes time to it, the auditor was recording a government employee in the official course of their duty in a government setting while the government employee was on their schedule, on their job. So it's basically like, if a government employee has a video removed of an auditor, that means they won the fight, but they have not won the war. So this is telling us the government employee won the fight, but he did not win the war. Right? Yeah, sure, they'll have the video taken down, but if there's charges pursued in the long run, if there's claims, then guaranteed the government employee would have to bear the consequences of having that video removed. And a beautiful thing is, if the auditor wanted to take it further, he will find out which troll sent them an email and try to give them instructions on how to have this channel removed. So maybe we could have this troll come in and pull him in with a subpoena and bring in these documents into court to explain why he felt the need to contact government employees and instruct them on how to have a video removed.
Hey, Shady Shade, would that person receive a doocy take-em? A doocy take-em. I like that. Doocy take-em. The hell is a doocy take-em, you play goat drunk you?
And you see, these trolls, what they love to do is they love to defend a belligerent government employee. They love to send an email to a government employee with instructions on how to have a video removed when the employee themselves is either violating the law, getting hot or belligerent, or getting very nasty in front of the camera. So how is it that a troll wants to try to protect a government employee that's clearly violating their own rules and laws and acting like a belligerent psychopath? So this is telling us a troll a miscreant, somebody of ill will, somebody of bad faith wants to cover and instruct another employee of bad faith or another human of bad faith to try to have that removed from the light, while the auditor thinks he's exercising his right, monitoring government to ensure it is being conducted in the public interest.
I'm all for monitoring government. I really am, because we know there's a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse in the federal government, and I'm sure that exists on the local levels as well. But when you go in someplace and you want something prominently displayed, that's not monitoring government. That's harassing government, you fool.
There's so many videos of Jonathan Hillut, frauder troll, praising the wicked. You know, it's disturbing. There was one time a mayor at a post office. A YouTuber was simply filming. A YouTuber was filming inside of a post office, I think in Seattle. Minding his own business, quietly recording. And this psychopath, who later we found out is a mayor, walks up to the cameraman and initially engages him. Starts talking to him. And then I think he pushed his phone to the side, or he pushed his hand or something, the mayor. And so the cameraman was calm and saying, hey, he has the right to record. And so Frauditor Troll loved that, and his crew and his people that watch his videos, they said, we love this mayor, and this is how you should treat all frauditors. You know, attack them, do this and that. Man, it's sickening. But like I said, it's a gift and a curse with these people.
GoatBoy's a gift and a curse as well. He's a gift because he keeps on giving. He's just such a funny guy, isn't he? He does the stupidest shit. But then he's a curse because he wants to dox everybody with personal information and claim it's public. Yeah, there's something wrong with him. I like him in a Karen wig, don't you? Makes him look more masculine. Or does it? I don't know. You decide.
It's a gift and a curse with these people, because people like Frauditor Troll and Blackheart Knight in the alleged one out down there in Ohio, the beautiful thing is that they're allowing us to gather data on these hateful people, right? Especially if these people are showing their businesses all on live, because we're going to associate their professional business with the death cult, with the sexual harassment enterprise. So all these professionals, these 40, 50, 60 people, they're all going to be on a website basically that all are conspiring together on a big RICO case affiliated with murder. And they're all going to be tied in together. That is the gift of what they are bringing to the table. They are allowing us to identify who these people are, because they don't see it coming. They don't know that they're going to be stricken.
Why does this boy keep babbling about the RICO statute? It's just unbelievable how stupid this fucker is. And then what did he just mention? A murder? What? What the hell are you talking about, GoatBoy? This is why he's a gift and a curse. He's a gift because he's hilarious talking about charging us under RICO. But he's a curse. He's a curse. He's worse than a snake. He's a snake in the grass. Hey, I'll tell you one thing though. If you didn't get enough of GoatBoy just now, stay tuned for a collage of the fool.
An order in his book. Yep, that's correct. Come again. Is there any reason why these officers are here?
I got permission.
Sir, you cannot film in here.
Because the information you're providing is unlawful.
I don't want
You can't film it.
Call the sheriff. I have permission.
No, you don't have
Okay, don't get
permission,
close to
and
me.
that's all.
You want to go that route? What is the reason for calling the officers here? I want to know what your job title is to see if you're able to assist.
Who are you?
Who am I? Who's the one who called the officers in the first place? Because this may become a legal suit now. This is transparency. I'm conducting an audit. While I wait for the clerk to show me the statute about freedom of information, I need to do an inspection on the town, city, zoning and ordinances book. I have permission. I have permission. I have permission to film here, sir. Ma'am, please ask your superior before disrespecting somebody of the public. Where's the water department for this town? Don't yell. I'm talking to you softly. Why are you yelling at me?
Sir, please stop recording me.
Okay, I need to do an inspection.
I understand that. Please stop recording me right now. You do not have my permission to record me.
Okay, is your facility open to the public?
Not currently.
Not currently, okay. Okay, can you comply with my request? Where's your water department? Ma'am, you're totally wrong. This will become a legal matter if you choose to go this route. Should I go over FOIA law with you?
No, I don't need to do that.
Show me the statute.
Sir?
Can you show me the statute?
Sir.
Who are you with?
What do you mean, who am I?
Who are you with?
What do you mean? I have the right to record, ma'am. I have permission here with me. I'll be waiting for the statute. Thank you. I'll be waiting for the book, sir. Ma'am, this is going to turn out a legal matter.
Okay, sir.
This is going to become a legal matter. Please comply. Pass. I got to pass. Along with an inspection on the zoning and ordinances book. I'm going to be conducting some business here. I'm going to be recording it. Ma'am, it's up to you, ma'am. There may be a suit in the court of law for non-compliance. What do you mean who I'm with, ma'am?
I don't know what you want.
I don't know why you're giving me a hard time or a bad attitude. In order to do an inspection on a book readily available. Hi, ma'am. What's your first name?
How can I help you, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Can you tell me what's your first name?
Who are you?
The budget book, ma'am. I need to do.
I don't have. If you want to have a seat, I'll.
Sure, that's fine. Ma'am, I have permission to film. I have permission. I have permission here. Well, you see, the thing is, my good man. Anyhow, compliance is the key, folks. Where does it state that? Ma'am, I need stamped copies of these FOIA here.
Can I help you?
Yeah, sure, possibly. I'm acting as press, ma'am. First Amendment. And I also have permission here with me. Okay, ma'am, you also have to abide by 2635.101 basic obligations of public service. Sir, I'm abiding by the statutes. It does not require a name in order to obtain record. Okay, well, you're talking unlawful. You're talking incorrect. That is not true what you just stated. Come again? Very rude. I'm not rude. It all shows on camera. You're the one who's rude. Well, anyhow.
No one really cares.
No one really cares? An inspection, if I wanted to take digital photocopies.
No, you cannot.
Absolutely, I can,
No,
ma'am.
you cannot.
Please comply with the law. Are you refusing service? Just tell me you're refusing service. Hand me over your business card and you will be hearing from my lawyer. If you go ahead and record, that means you're creating a public record and you cannot delete that off your personal phone. Your personal phone becomes a public record.
That's fine. I'll record it.
Okay. Well, sir, there's options to conduct business in person. You can't refer everybody to online. I'm not going to refuse my identification. However, I have not committed any crime. You cannot articulate that I have broken a law. Here's what I will tell you. Here's what I will tell you. Ma'am, there's no expectation of privacy in public. You could just call me sir. I'd like to file a police report of non-compliance about a employee that works here. Sir, I don't answer any questions.
You don't respect me. Why would
So therefore, I'm not obligated to provide any identification in this matter.
you talk about my wife? What does my wife have to do with anything?
No, I'm not providing an address, ma'am. I'm doing a general inspection.
What does my wife? Why put up a picture and say that's my wife of a goat?
Not in my uniform, however, I do have my clipboard with me. That is not lawful what you told me.
We're gonna have a ball at your cemetery. We're gonna bring you a rose, okay? We're gonna bring you a rose and we're gonna say you were dishonorable. He's attached to the affidavit too. He's part of the enterprise. You drew first blood. Just like you do with all these auditors, you draw first blood. In the next 3 days, I'm going to have a criminal enterprise community section, and it's going to be real well detailed. I got an attorney that's helping me draft it up and write it up. Scumbag. You're just a plain scumbag, man. You want to say why I'm upset and stuff. We're going to prove that you are breaking U.S. code. If I really wanted to be petty, I would take you to court.